Welcome to My Backyard Finds. Any resource links are in the description.
All right, in this video, I'm going to tell you about my wonderful purchase of this chainsaw, electric chainsaw, 2-in-1. It's a handheld, plus it works on a pole that extends up to 16 feet. It is a 6-inch chainsaw blade, and I'm going to use it on my backyard here. And I am so excited to tell you about this. This is me unpacking it. I'm going to tell you what you need to know so you can use it responsibly and how it worked for me as a 5'2" woman who is petite. And I'm going to show you how we actually used it. So the first thing you got to do is charge those batteries. It'll turn green. The light will turn green once it is fully charged. And I'm going to also show you the branches that I used to cut it and if it was challenging and what to be aware of. So here you can see the part of the tree that is just really grown into our backyard. Nothing really grows back there except weeds, and I wasn't sure exactly which branches. I really didn't want to cut this V there. I wanted to leave that intact, so I wanted to get the upper branches. I know it sounds silly. The squirrels love sitting in that little V, and I love watching them there. And I was also concerned that I was going to cut so much that it would like impact any birds there, but that totally was not an issue. And fortunately, I did not deal with any nests that were there, so that's cool. Okay, so I just want to talk about the actual whole pole and assembly. Overall, the weight was actually not bad. It's just shy of 7 pounds. So that was important for me. It does come with a strap that you put around you. I found that that was really helpful. Totally recommend it. It just helps to stabilize it and to have a little bit more control. The battery pack goes on the bottom of the pole when you're using the pole extension, and the pole extends up to 16 feet, and it's got like a tension rod type mechanism in there. So it was actually really hard for me to kind of pull and get to the extended height. I had to have my husband come over and help me. Once it's up, then it was, once you have it extended, you just simply lock it into place. It also came with goggles, safety glasses, totally, and gloves, by the way. But the safety glasses were really, really important because even though the saw chain has like a covering for it, it still did flick. You know, you still are dealing with pieces of wood going all over the place a little bit. So you have to really be careful. In terms of the chainsaw itself, it has a little digital display that shows you like how much battery you're using. You do need to install your own or fill it with your own lubricating oil for chainsaws. We ordered ours from Amazon. I'm putting all the links below, by the way, for everything that we're using. But I do recommend getting the oil locally simply because when ours came, it had gotten punctured and it was like an oily mess. When we opened it up and we couldn't figure out what was going on until we realized that it had a hole in it. In terms of the chainsaw itself, keep an eye on it. It does get loose. That's why you have that knob on the left there where you can tighten it. So I didn't notice it. My husband noticed it. So I guess that's just common because they do have that thing to tighten and loosen. You can loosen it to adjust the saw, and it comes with an extra chain so that if it gets dull, you have another one there. This corner is also part of the reason why I chose to get it and get this done is because I want to put up a birdhouse in this corner, but I had too many overhanging branches. So one, the solar camera wasn't going to work, and I just wanted to make sure that for predators and stuff that there was more distance. So here we are getting started, and we're going to tackle this branch. And I made my husband do this first because he's much braver than I am. So I wanted him to test it out, and he didn't seem to think I would have any issues with it. So this was the first branch that we were doing, and it cut it. We didn't cut it all the way through, so we had to do it again. But then it finally fell off. But with a 6-inch, that was like not a problem at all. So we were even able to use it because it got stuck when it was trying to fall. So we were able to use it to break apart the hanging piece as well. And this is me using it for the first time. So I'm really glad I had that back strap. And again, this is literally the first time I was using it. and it cut right through the branch. Of course, I started with a small one and trying to be really careful. But it really did the job. It cut through quick. I mean, you do have to like hold it, but I was afraid it was gonna like bounce all around, and it really didn't. It gripped it and it went right through. So this is probably the largest branch that I did. And you can see it kind of moving back and forth, and so you just want to try and keep it steady, but I was able to get that whole branch down. And make sure that nothing is like around your feet, anything that you could trip on, because, you know, especially if you have to back away fast. So once we went through and cut a bunch of the branches down, I wanted to cut them further so that we could dispose of them and get some of the smaller ones. So this is the handheld part, and it has a safety feature where you have to hold 2 buttons at the same time. That was not a problem at all. So I tried using it on like smaller pieces of stuff that was coming out of the ground, and it just, that really didn't work too well for like that. It was really shaky, but I did end up using it for some other areas that were not so wobbly, I guess. I'm not sure how to describe that, but it really was helpful. My husband did have to tell me to stop because I was getting a little chainsaw happy and was really cutting down a lot. So this is like this is about half of what was there, because we had already cut down a bunch, or got rid of a bunch of the branches before I remembered to record this. So, but this is some of the branches, and you can see how much we were able to do. This chainsaw saved me a lot of money because I did not have to hire somebody else to do it, and I could do it exactly what I want. And if I want to go out and do it again, I can do it as well. And here is the birdhouse that finally was able to go up. Probably, I don't know if I need to cut more, but this is all an experiment with my backyard finds, and I'm going to record the whole process here. And I'm going to record the whole process as we go along. So make sure to subscribe so that you can, and hit that notification button so that you can follow along. Here's the tree. Here's the backyard after all is said and done. Really, really happy with it. It's not hanging over, and I was able to, now I can cut the grass and not have to worry about it hitting my head, and I've let in a lot of sunlight. And so I'm really, really happy. Now I just have to tackle that weeding. But overall, I'm really happy with this purchase, and I hope that you found this video really helpful. Let me know about your own experiences below. Thanks so much for watching.
Want more information? Check out the links in the description. Don't forget to subscribe.